反撃の時だ。
The rise of the moment. Reality is pain. I was destined for more. Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now. So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer, a long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
Imposing aura. A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction as a mechanical puppet, with the Gnosis serving as a... How much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement indeed. It's no exaggeration to say, this... You sure are something, dishing out compliments at a time like this! But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every Gnosis brought forth into this world. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power, and the thrill of it.
He wouldn't feel the same things as you!
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature, no...
The strife engraved upon a Gnosis. Tibet's current peace was not easily won. All those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws.
Is that so? Yet I am deeply disappointed. This is a first. No wonder you're...
And he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me. A deal? You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida's...
So if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start.
Check.
Could I ask you all
No me
to
dijeron
please
que lo
calm
habían cogido con la pala ya.
I was worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the god of wisdom's judgment, just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal.
Well, I for one have no reason to doubt you, considering you even struck a...
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat.
Aparte de que este man no tiene visión de tu
Quite a
instante.
precarious. Plus, he's a former harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck. Wait a second, former? You mean... I take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser.
Sometimes it's you using them, other times it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I... Well, if the Fatui are going to reevaluate my utility, I need to have a backup plan for myself. What have you done?
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36. What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your Hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called Hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the Hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
My number should be so far down the list! You're not just a liar!
Is it what we agreed to?
I should be the one in your position!
Set him free.
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned. Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled. This is my...
Is he alright? No way!
worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end. Die. This is trying my patience. You've got any more stupid questions? You're dead. Sure. Wind rises. At my command, you shall fall. Feeble human. The wind rises. Bow your head. Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
What'd you expect? I never lose to that.
There's a tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you
Are you sure? Oh, alright, if you say so.
Here, now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet?
Still thinking. Stop rushing me.
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one. Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
I see. That is up to you. Huh? But if we do that, then...
It's fine. Let them stab their blades into my chest if they so desire. No nonsense. Alright, let's call it a day. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone. What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down. Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem... So we can finally go eat? Paimon is starving. Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
That's it. I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
The stars? Wow. Yeah, Paimon understands. Being separated without even knowing the reason why, it's just terrible. But we'll find the truth together. Sure as Paimon's your guide. Just you wait, heavenly principles, and you too to that! You know what? We've talked too long about this sad stuff. Let's talk about something happy instead, because if you're sad, Paimon will be too. Alright, it's getting dark, so why don't you rest? Paimon will take first watch. Don't worry, no monster's gonna come and eat you up. Oh, come on, don't say that. Paimon just wants to look after you for once. Nighty-night. Go on, shoo. Austin.
Papa, I can't take it.
Please, Cory Bear, it's my fault. I'm so sorry. If only they'd known.
It's all too much. Papa!
Nanette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound at the moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust that the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps a new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of the rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased Cowell.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within the notebook in his back.
Primordial sea.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding. That's something so...
Wait a moment, this reminds me of...
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's really useless as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl, wait just a minute, could that mean...
Mademoiselle, wait! Mademoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand? Quick, now's our chance!